enough plays to be successful. But I'm really proud of this football team, and this game is not the defining factor of our season and who we are. It was an important game. It was one that we wanted to finish up in a different manner. But this group of guys that I get to coach is an incredible unit. And the seniors that are leaving us have done a remarkable job of really reestablishing the University of Memphis as a place where people are excited about our program and the future. The winningest group in our program's history, and have laid a great foundation for where we're going. And you could see that there's still some work to be done, but I'm definitely very proud of the guys that I get to coach, and we're excited about the future.
Coach, what was the source of the struggles on defense,
You're going against a really good offense that can put you in some. When offense has that type of balance where they're able to run the football and throw it, we had a little bit of miscommunication, but they're good. They're good at what they do. They had some experienced guys on the perimeter. The running back ran hard. Their offensive line was, we knew they were going to be one of the best we'd played, and they played up to that level tonight. For us, you keep trying to take things away, and a missed tackle here, a missed tackle there, a missed assignment, a bust in communication, they can expose you, and that's really what happened tonight.
Questions for the players?
I have another one, Coach, actually.
Yep.
What was the explanation that you got in the delay game there with 3 minutes left?
I don't understand that. Is something we had done the entire game. There, you go back and watch it. Every snap on field goal, that's what we had done the exact same thing. You said did not do anything different, so I didn't understand that one.
Down with players, I'm going to dismiss you back to locker room.
Sure. Arthur, I guess could you just talk a little bit about the defensive performance and then kind of the end to the season and your feeling, I guess.
We didn't play like we were supposed to play today. We didn't play to our standard. Everybody didn't communicate like we practiced. So, it's just a tough way to end the season, but, it's just back to work for us.
How do you feel knowing that this was the end of you and what's Memphis football meant to you, Arthur?
It means a lot to me. The coaching staff and everybody, just my teammates, they held me to a higher standard. And, it's bittersweet that it's my last game, but at the end of the day, I learned a lesson, and I got to keep moving.
Anthony, I guess another big game and a big performance, kind of a bright spot. What's the feeling, I guess, for you personally, having another big game but coming up on the wrong side of it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we didn't get the win, so that was the main goal. So I'm disappointed in that, but at the end of the day, hats off to West Kentucky. They're a good football team, and you got to execute when you play a team like that. You can't miss out on your opportunities. So we just didn't execute today like we were supposed to.
Anthony, from your perspective as a wide receiver, what's it like for you when you're in a game that's a shootout like that, where each team's going down the field, so often?
I just know that not just me, but the other receivers, it forces us to make plays when you play a team like this. You just got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. So, like I said, we just didn't execute today.
Arthur, halftime, you guys are 2 scores away, and when they came out and scored right away to start the third quarter, I realized there was still a lot of football left, but did you sense a surge in momentum, not just on your side, but maybe Western Kentucky's side as well, the early touchdown to start the second half?
I sense some momentum from them, but like our coaches said, we just got to keep working and keep executing. We was just worried about ourselves, and we just didn't execute what we needed to. It was nothing. West Kentucky was good, but at the end of the day, we didn't do what we were supposed to do. So.
Arthur, you guys kind of shut them down a little bit in the second half towards the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, and they kind of got back on it. I mean, what did you guys change up to slow them down? Because they were really on a really high pace to score a lot of points, and they kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, did you guys change anything up?
I mean, it was just communication. When all 11 players are communicating together, we can stop anything. So, I mean, we just communicated.
Coach, what happened with Riley there in I think the third quarter? He went out for a drive or two.
Yeah, he got rolled up a little bit, and ended up. We were able to evaluate him. Jason came in and moved us down the field a little bit, but Riley was able to come back, and I think he'll be fine.
Just for both the players, I know it's hard to kind of reflect on the whole season in this moment, but how are you going to look back at 2016 and how do you kind of weigh, I guess, the positives with the negatives of this one?
I believe we had a great season. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with any other group of guys. I love these guys, I believe we accomplished a lot this season. And not only this season, but for the past few years that I've been here, we've changed the culture of the program. Memphis football is expected to win every game. And we just expect nothing less but the W.
I mean, it was a great season. Learned a lot, love my teammates, love this coaching staff. They changed me as a man on the field and off the field. So, I mean, I can take nothing but positive from it and just keep moving on.
One more for Coach, I guess.
Yes, sir.
You guys allowed more yards per game this year than any year since 2011. I'm just curious, when you look back at the defense, and again, I know it's hard to do it right now coming off the field, but when you look back at the defense this year, what worked, what didn't work, what are your initial thoughts, I guess?
We're gonna have to do a self-study. When the season finishes up. We're now here in the off season, and I tell you, there's some real bright spots with our guys on that side of the ball in so many games, and in our league, we understand that you're going to play some explosive offenses, and this year, I think something that's not talked much about is that was a 6-9+ win football team that we played this year. It's the hardest. I mean, I've never done that before in my coaching career, having to play that type of talent, and a lot of those teams are great offensive units. I mean, team we played tonight led the country in touchdowns scored. A lot of teams in our conference are quite explosive. On that side of the ball, and so our guys they play at a high level. We got to become more consistent, and when we have these teams that present a lot of challenges, you've got to be on point, and you've got to make plays. You got to make sure that you do communicate, and you're not allow cheap ones and explosive plays down the field. But our guys, I believe in our guys. I believe in the group that we had out there. I believe in the group that's coming back. It's going to be, you're going to have to replace some guys, and it's part of the recruiting. I mean, we were able to redshirt a lot of guys on our defensive side of the ball that I believe are going to be great impact players for us here in the future. But they get to learn from this example. And the way that they've worked, the way they developed through the season, I've got a lot of hope and a lot of confidence in where we're going and what we are going to continue to become. Yes, sir.
Coach Norvell, leading up to the game, and I'll preface this up from Bowling Green, but Kentucky, you were very complimentary of Western Kentucky's offensive line, which you started tonight's press conference by, and also by Ace Wales, number 20. Do you think their performance tonight was more Wales, more offensive line, or a combination of both?
I think it's a combination. I mean, those guys are talented, and they do a good job. It was, offensive line was able to do their job, and the running back. There was times we had a couple free hitters on him, and he'd make a guy miss. It was a good unit, and it's one that they've had a lot of success against teams that they've played throughout this season, and we knew that. I liked the plan we had going in, and like I said, we didn't execute to the level that we were hoping to, but a lot of that has to do with them and the way they played, and so they did a nice job. Yes, sir.
Coach, obviously you've spoken about this a little bit, but reflecting on your first year, coaching here, and play on the field today, are you proud of your guys despite the loss?
No, yeah, I mean, like I said, this one game does not define the whole season, and to win 8 games, to beat, to win senior day against a top 20 opponent, I think you see, the win against the American Conference champion Temple, that were all big games. A lot of the times that we responded, to adversity, go on the road to beat an SMU team that had been playing extremely well. Our guys, it was a learning experience. I don't know how many people are signing up thinking we're going to win 8 games this year after a coaching change and losing a first-round draft pick quarterback. But our guys we didn't listen to all that. They came out and they went to work. The senior class, they gave us an opportunity. A lot of guys that got put into a more primary role had to play at a high level. And I'm pleased with. I think this season, when you look at it as a whole, tonight didn't finish up the way that we wanted it to. We played an outstanding championship level team, and for us, we've got to learn from why we were not victorious, and what do we need to do between now and next season to continue to grow and push our program to taking it to that next level.